when really in their mind they're like, come on. But, like those are kind of lies that can happen. Oh no, they were tricked into WFG. What do they do? And I use the word they because this is today's Reddit post. And as you may know, MyWFG is a website for associates to log in to check their dashboard out. But sometimes there's stuff that also happens online in other realms that is important to address because they either pop up as you're an associate, whether you're a customer with WFG, or if you're the outside looking in, whether you have an anti-MLM or for MLM viewpoint. And this person actually left a Reddit post, link will be in the description below, but here's what they had to say. They said, help with multiple P's, I've been sucked into WFG. Alright, those are some strong words and some interesting lettering here. They said, so I didn't know what I was getting into. I fell for the trap. I paid the fee, now signed up for life insurance. I still didn't do the biometrics exam yet. I just want out. Dang. I don't want to waste any more of my time in my money. I think, and my money. But anyways, we're not going to judge them. Selling something that would not benefit other people when they do depend on its services. How do I get out? I don't want to be harassed. Dang, what's going on here? Also, they have my information. Am I Oh my. Oh my. Oh my. They're using words that aren't allowed on YouTube and aren't family friendly. Okay. They finally end with, help please. And then we have some comments here, up in the, comment sections where it goes down to. They say, you tell whoever got you in that you want out, and you be firm about it. You don't have to tell them anything more than, it's just not for me. Your fee is gone, most likely. Yes, it is. Okay, I've done a video about, my experience with WFG. These are, Reddit posts about other people's experiences with WFG. Sometimes people ask me, Lance, what's the purpose? Why are you doing a video on this? Come on now. And the reason is to provide the other side because these Reddit posts get a lot of eyeballs and they're typically, or almost always, one-sided. And I believe it's important for people to try to understand both sides as well as the pros and cons of each side so that an accurate conclusion can be come to. So in order to do that, I do videos like this because if people are feeling this way, this is what's going on in the field. This is what's going on in the real world. Not a brochure, not a pamphlet, not a website. This is what people are really experiencing, and it's important that we understand what they're experiencing so we, as educators, whether it be with WFG, Transamerica, or another company, whether it be an MLM, corporation, franchise, mom and pops, affiliate marketing, information marketing, whatever the business model, whatever it is, that we can understand. I know you're probably like, well, this is an anti-MLM thread, so let's just keep it there. Okay, I get it. But what I'm trying to say is, whenever you're in a role where there is sales involved, there's so much education that's needed and helping people feel comfortable about their decision. The fact that they felt, harassed, that's a red flag, like they're kind of just reaching out and they don't want to continue because maybe they got a bad vibe, they may have watched the video, I don't know what it is. But the reality is that WFG is a legal and legitimate business. Sometimes, just like any business, there are bad actors or there's an individual or team that may not be a good fit for you. And it's so important for anyone who is in a sales associate or whatever sales position to communicate in such a way that it makes the prospect or potential customer or actual person who signed up to feel comfortable, to feel like they're getting value, and to overcome any objections that they have. And there are a lot of common objections. WFG is a pyramid scheme. WFG is an MLM scam. Nobody makes money, or top 1% makes money, which equals nobody makes money. There's so much, and there's so many things that we can do to overcome that, or at least provide the other side, because that's just very, one-sided conclusion. But it's, hey, there's an income disclosure statement. There's what the FTC says about what a pyramid scheme is or an MLM scam is. And I'll have the FTC information in the link in the description below so you can get what they say, because they're the governing body of businesses in the US, so they should have have more weight than our own personal opinion about stuff because they govern businesses, right? We just receive or interact with businesses. Not that we're lesser, but they're the governing body, so they have the final say, really. And I think it's important to understand what the FTC or Federal Trade Commission says and to respect that as well, regardless of what someone's predisposition is. And their predisposition is what they discount if it contradicts their own agenda. So anyways, the lesson learned is this person, feels like they have to get out when really, if they're going to do the business, they just don't do the business. And yes, they paid their $100, fee to join or whatever it was. That's just it. That's just a lesson learned, as one of that commenter said. And I had a very similar experience, which I did a video on. But at the same time, I didn't throw the baby out with the bathwater. I didn't say, hey, just because I had a, more high pressure salesy experience with 2 individuals from WFG, that doesn't mean I throw their whole team out, or I throw all their products out of the window, or throw the whole company out with the bathwater too. It's like, no, I need to look at things by case basis and understand the pros and cons. That's more of the research side, but I need to understand what was going on, what I could have done to improve, because I think a lot of that is missing from Reddit posts. Is well, what could have I have done to improve? And really the number one thing that I see after reading a lot of these Reddit posts is having discernment. And that is the ability to see the truth from the falsehoods, or, what is fact-based from the lies, and being able to, and it's not there's intentional lies. Sometimes we stretch the truth. Hey, how am I looking today? And you'd be like, oh, you're looking good. You're looking good. You can tell through that, you don't really look that good maybe. But if somebody was like, oh, you look amazing, when really in their mind they're like, cool. But those are kind of lies that can happen, white lies if you call them that. But what I'm trying to say is when there's exaggerations about the business opportunity or income or stuff like that, and the person who's on the receiving end is like, oh, Ferrari, mention, and when really they should be like, well, what percent of people actually earn that amount, and how long does it take to get them there? And on top of that, how much money did they invest to get there, right? What's the cost of doing business? And is there an income disclosure statement that I can view? That person is going to be a very educated consumer or potential business builder, but the vast majority of people aren't on that level because their mindset may not be there, and I understand that. And that's why I do videos, is to help educate people, whether you're getting sold a car, a house, a cell phone, a life insurance plan, an IUL, whatever it is, a supplement. I say getting sold, but really if something's being presented to you, it's so important to understand what's going on, right? What your own needs and goals are, and if there's a fit. And then from the other person, which is the sales perspective, the sales associate, they need to seek understanding for people's needs, goals, and see if there's a fit, and not try to stick a square peg through a circle hole. That'd be a circle hole, and this is not a square peg, but you get what I'm saying. And they need to see hey, at the end of the day, I have an abundance mentality. If it's not a fit, it's not a fit. Talk to the next person, right? If somebody's not moving towards me. And that is the mindset that we all should have, whether it be for health, business, finances, relationships, spirituality. Maybe not spirituality. Maybe spirituality. Anyways, we need to do that in more areas of our life, and I think that's the moral of the story. You're like, what was the moral of the story of this? Alright, well, that concludes today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to hit the like button if you did. Hit subscribe for future video updates, and most importantly, check out the links in the description below so you can continue to get your learn on. Check out the rest of the videos in this series, and I'll see you in the next video.